Right, today we're going to be presenting our daily journal with mood tracker app. It was made by me, Miguel Camacho, and my partner.
Yeah, Sion Kim.
Okay, very nice. And then he's going to present slides 2 through 9, and I'm going to present the rest of the slides. Right? Take it away.
Uh, the daily journal with mood tracker. Um, the first part is the overview of this app. Daily Journal with Mood Tracker is a journaling app where users can record their daily activities and track their emotions. This app allows users to write about their experiences, thoughts, and feelings for each day, track their mood, add photos to their entries, and customize their journal entries for a more personalized experience.
All right. Do you want me to go into the
Yeah,
next slide?
yeah, next. Um, the key features of these apps are like this. First, daily journaling. Users can freely write about their experiences, thoughts, and emotions for each day. Entries are organized by date for easy retrieval of past records. Second, mood tracking. Users can track their emotions for each day. They can select predefined emotion categories or enter their own emotions. Third, adding photos. Users can upload their photos on the journal page to capture moments or emotions visually. First, customizing entries. Users can customize their journal entries with options such as font, color, and background, etc. Fifth, edit entries. Users can modify or delete some journals on the entry list. Changing the order is also available. Six, searching and filtering. Users can search and filter entries by specific dates, emotions, or keywords. Next, um, and this is the layout of our app. Um, and the first screen is the home screen, and it's uh, for registering or logging into the user's personalized journal. And the register screen is for registering for a new account. And the journal entry screen. This screen is for viewing the user's current journal entries and deciding whether you want a new entry, edit an entry, check the user's mood, or search a particular entry. And the mood tracker screen is for tracking and reviewing mood patterns. Finally, entry screen is for writing the user's journal entries, and the user can click customize button to add stickers or change background color, and also upload an image to go with the journal entry.
All right.
Next, oh yeah, next.
That was the layout.
And the functionality from home to register screen, the user can tap on the register button to create a new account. From home to other screens, the user can tap on respective areas. For example, the latest journal entry or mood tracker. Yeah. Or the user can also use the navigation menu. From journal entry to mood tracker. After saving an entry, the user can update the mood tracker to display the newly created mood that came with the journal entry. From customization to journal entry, the user can apply changes and return to the entry being edited. From search and filter to journal entry, the user can tap on the search result to view or edit the entry. Okay, next. The user experience. Home screen is for logging into the user's account or applying to register a new account. Register screen is for registering for a new account. A journal entry screen is for writing new entries, editing existing ones, navigating to the mood tracker screen, or searching for current entries. Mood tracker screen is for displaying daily moods, viewing mood history, and their corresponding icons. A customization screen is for changing background or adding stickers to journal entries. And finally, search and filter screen is for finding past entries by date or title.
All
Next, code and functionalities for uh, code and functionalities for main Dart. Um, the main Dart file serves two functionalities like building routes for the app to take
right. Mm-hmm.
and determining the platform that it's being used on. We can check the code in in the image of this presentation.
Mm-hmm. Here's the image for the determining the platform, and then this is the image for building the routes that it'll take from the homepage screen, the login screen, and the registering screen. Right, next one.
The login page Dart file. The login page's main functionality is to validate an already registered user and give them access to the app's homepage.
And this is the code that displays that, creates keys. It makes sure to check the data tables to see if the username matches up to the password, and if it does, it will navigate into the home page. If not, it'll show an error message saying that the username or password are invalid. Okay. This is also done through the usage of global keys, like I explained in the code, and the SQ flight and SQ flight common FFI dependencies shown here. And this is what the login page looks like. Okay. The registration page at Dart creates global keys and uses data fields and populate users into the database. So here we can see it's creating the keys. It'll send to the secure storage.dart file. And when you're registering for a new user, this is what the variables will show. And that's what it's going to insert into the table or the database. This is what the register screen looks like. The secure storage.dart file is a class file that is used to package your storage. That is used to package your storage and whatever values you have given for your username and password. I wrote this class with the purpose of encrypting values, but decided against it because it wouldn't be as time effective. So here, if I had a little bit more time, I would have used an encryption type of algorithm, but I did not, so I just left it and wrote it as raw. Okay, here we have the user.dart file class. Well, the user.dart file, which contains a user class. And this is what is actually used to pass through the secure storage.dart file. And this is just an extra class required for organization. If I ever wanted to make it so that I wanted to input an email, it would be easily done by writing it in this class and then just sending that value through to the secure storage.dart file and the database.helper dart file. Okay, going backwards. Okay, and the database helper.dart file, this is where it would actually write in your local storage whatever values you put into your username and password. In this case, both username and password are strings, so it just stores it as text. And then here's the code for that. One is for writing the actual thing, the other one's for getting the database path. And then the insert user class is simply uh, the code that it will call that is called upon by other classes that will make it so that you can input it into the table itself. The homepage.dart file, so this is where the main app takes place, I guess. The homepage contains the buttons that navigate to the mood tracker page and the button to add a new entry, which looks like this. The homepage also edits any existing journal entry simply by clicking it. The homepage also contains a search feature, which allows you to search the title of any existing entry, and it looks like this. And then the existing journal entries can also be deleted through the homepage by clicking on the trash can icon shown as follows. And we're going to get into the code a little bit. The load entries class is simply going to read the entries given to the shared preferences uh, class, I believe it's called. It will simply read all the entries and it will load them. The search query, this takes care of this here. It will search all your entries by the title and it will only pop up based on if whatever you're typing into the search entry matches up with the title of an already loaded entry. The delete entry, that's the one with the trash can icon. It'll simply make it so that you click it. It'll pop up a message asking if you really want to delete it. If you do, it'll completely remove the entry from the index. And then here we have the speed dial child. I had to import a dependency for this so that I can make it so that two buttons were available on the bottom right side because standard Flutter doesn't allow you to have two elevated buttons at the same time. Okay, our homepage.dart. Here is what it would look like. Ignore the entry titles. Okay, now into the edit entry.dart page. The edit entry allows you to write a title and the content to the journal, which looks like as follows. The edit entry page also allows you to choose any picture from your gallery and add it to your journal page. It's used by a button, then it'll access whatever storage you have. The edit entry page is also customized by choosing a color to place as the background, using a color picker. And then the mood is set to neutral by default, but you can change it into 4 different moods, and it looks like that. Then more importantly, you have the save button, which if you click it, it will save the edited journal entry into the entry page. If you don't click the save button, it won't save any of the changes that you've made. And then in this case, it's just, this is what will initialize the state of the entry pages. So once you click on a page, this is called, and depending on if you saved an image or if you didn't save an image or if the widget itself is empty, these are, it will either load no image, it will load a default color, and the current mood will be set to neutral, or it would load all your previous options. Here is the code for changing the background color. Here's the code for the mood picker slide bar show. Here's a little bit more of that. This one's for the color picker for changing the background color. And then this is what overall it would look like. The journal entry model that file is the one that actually maps all the values from the edit entry page and ensures that they're saved. So next time you open your journal entry, all of your values are the same. So this is what is called upon every time you initialize the state of each entry page. Then, oh, I said that already, right? Okay, the mood tracker page allows you to choose a date on the calendar, and based on the entry for that day, will tell you your average mood based on a given rule set. So this is what the mood tracker page looks like. You click on the middle and you click on a date, and then it will initialize the state. It will load all entries given. It's asynchronous, so if you decide to go ahead and edit a current mood, it'll update that to show to reflect that. And here's the code for calculating the overall mood. He'll filter by entry date. So it'll take the actual date. It'll take all the entries for that day. It'll put them in a list. It'll check to see if they're either relaxed, happy, sad, or stressed. It will filter out. If they're neutral, it won't count that into the calculation. And then depending on the average score, it'll give you either a overall mood of relaxed, happy, sad, or stressed. Then here's the criteria that I have for it. If you have overall more than relaxed, okay, so first let me explain this. A relaxed has a score of 2, a happy has a score of 1, sad has a score of -1, and stress has a score of -2. Here, here's the rule set. If your average score is between 2 and 1.5, you're relaxed. If your average score is between 1.5 and 0.5, you're happy. If it's between 0.5 and -0.5, you're neutral. If you're between -0.5 and -1.5, you're sad. And if you're between -1.5 and -2, you are stressed. And then I also just put neutral in case somehow the scores somehow messed up, but I haven't run into that problem as of yet. Then here is what the overall mood looks like for a certain day. The mood entries that I put for that day were actually neutral. So this is not a failed case, I promise. It works, and if I had time to do a little demo, I would absolutely do it. And that's about it. Thank you for listening, and that'll be all.